Hey YouTube, what's up? It's been a while. Happy 2023. It's been a while because I wanted to reevaluate how I looked at YouTube, and I kind of felt like I loved coming up with ideas and putting together videos, but at the same time I wasn't reading so many books that I wanted to read because I was trying to fit things into content that I wanted to create, and I was focusing on this hobby, and now my priorities have shifted a little bit, and I of course am always reading, but I also wanted to focus on growing in some other ways this year. But I read a lot of great books that I still want to talk about. So yeah, reading goals. When I was seeing all of these videos from people with their goals, I was laughing because I knew that my goal was kind of the opposite and like taking a step back. But at the same time, I realized that that didn't mean I wasn't gonna have any goals. It just meant I was gonna be more intentional with my reading. So I figured I'd talk about that. I do want to read a lot from my shelf this year instead of getting distracted by all the great things coming out. I think at times I've tried to find my identity with this channel, and I love watching people's videos, like reading like all of the Booker Prize winners, or of people trying to be more relevant for what's being talked about. But I realized that that didn't work for me, and I'd like to go my own way. So a big part of this is reading nonfiction books, especially more leftist books about Marxism, about history that I'm interested in. For example, a few of the books I have right here: Wayward Lives, Beautiful Experiments, Intimate Histories of Riotous Black Girls, Troublesome Women, and Queer Radicals. I'm reading Black Marxism by Cedric Robinson right now. And I really wanted to make this a priority this year, even though it seems like there's less people in the booktube community talking about these things, because I wanted to make a goal also of educating myself for a purpose and not just accumulating knowledge that wasn't connected to action. I also want to read these books and take a step back and really think about what this new information has afforded me and how I can plug into things in my community related to these topics. Some of my goals are similar to ones I've had informally in the past. Of course, I always want to be reading diversely, whether that's by race, reading authors from countries all over the world. I joined the Translated Gems book group on Instagram, so I've really been enjoying the books so far that we've read this January. I'll put a link down below. So that goal is kind of a continuation. One of my top genres is always queer literature, and of course continuing that. But this year I also wanted to join the Decades Challenge, which I will be doing as like 1900s to today, just because this is my first year. So I think that's a cool way to read some older literature. So yeah, if you have a Storygraph, I'd love to connect and see if you're doing any reading challenges there. I probably have too many reading challenges, but a lot of them are just like for all time, moving forward, not just for this year. So I have, all different continents that I'm trying to read from and keep track of, so that I'm not just scribbling on a piece of paper that gets lost somewhere what countries I'm reading from. So yeah, I think that sometimes goals can be constricting, like reading a certain amount. So this year I just set my goal at 50 because I think that I will definitely hit that. And if I don't even care, but just like a low pressure goal for me, and paying attention to my mood reading, not forcing myself to read things, but at the same time making sure that I'm prioritizing things that I actually want to read. So yeah, I'm planning to post something about my 22 favorites, even though I know January is almost over, and you will be seeing a video here and there, but especially when I have books that I really want to talk about, but I'm not pressuring myself to post every week or to make videos just to have something to pump out, because I think that's not healthy for me. So yeah, to all of my booktube friends, I've been watching your videos still, even if I'm not commenting, and that's the one thing that it feels weird to not be making videos again, because of, the relationships I've made here and feeling like I'm not a part of that conversation anymore. So yeah, happy to be making a video again, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts about reading and goals in booktube are, and if you share any of the same reading goals as me. But yeah, great to see everybody again, and I hope you're enjoying your reading and the start of 2023.